everyone. Welcome back to Super Jerry 27's Nerd Cave of comic book goodness. Today, since comic books are in a rut and they really suck, other than like indies and some Image Title and Kickstarter and Indiegogo books, the big two just suck. Sorry, they have no talent, and I am not enjoying the runs at all. It's like basically I'm buying just to keep the collection whole until something better happens. So as I was doing that, I decided to read old Spider-Man, and I found, I think, 6 story arcs from 2000, the early 2000s. I know there's more. I haven't reread the other. I haven't reread Back in Black. I haven't reread One More Day, I think, or One Moment in Time, but that was 2010, so that's the cusp. But these are 6 stories that are just phenomenal that you need to read. Don't read. Well, I haven't read the new Spider-Man yet, so maybe I'll try that. But Ramita and Wells. I mean, you can't go wrong with John Ramita. But the first one I got is Spider-Man Black Cat, The Evil That Men Do. Now, this is written by Kevin Smith, art by Terry and Rachel Dodson. It's an amazing story, amazingly drawn, except that if you purchased it when it first came out in 2002, you got the first 3 issues. Then you had to wait 4 years to see what happened to Black Cat. And if you pick this up, read issue 3 and think about all the people that read issue 3 and had to wait 4 years to see what happened. That's some BS. I know Kevin Smith was busy and he had that stigma of always being late, but I do not read any miniseries until it's 100% complete, and this is why. Alright, next up on my list, I've spoken about this quite a bit. It's SpiderMan Blue. I still don't think it's the best Loeb & Sale colored Marvel book. That still goes to Daredevil Yellow for me. But this is a touching story of Peter Parker writing a letter to Gwen Stacy after she's been dead for years and just recounting his origin. You know, it's a clever way to recount their origin. He did that in all the books. It was always someone writing to someone or talking about someone. So this is very enjoyable, and the art is stellar as well. Like, this team is going to be missed. And it already is missed. Okay, next up, I got Spider-Man Marvel Knights to start out in 2004. I don't have a hardcover for this, but I don't know if they made one because it's only 4 issues, so maybe they didn't. So Mark Millar, King Mark Millar, and then, of course, Terry and Rachel Dodson again. Am I pulling a dumbass? No. Issue 1, Issue 2, Issue 3, and Issue... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Issue 4! Oh, I'm still not good with this. Let me take off. There we go. I got to see the boobies. But, yeah, once again, this is another team-up between Mark Millar and Terry Dodson. They did Trouble for the Epic line, which was supposedly the book where Peter Parker was conceived. Another good book. Doesn't really belong here because it might not be canon, but it's still good. But in this story, Peter Parker, it kind of alludes to Civil War. Peter Parker hasn't told anyone his secret identity, and Aunt May has been kidnapped by someone who knows Peter Parker's secret identity, and he's trying to find her. And I forgot how Mark Millar writes. Like, I figured this issue 4, Down Among the Dead Men, 404, would wrap it up. Nope, you jump right into issue 5, which is drawn by phenomenal artist Frank Cho, to figure out what happens to Aunt May, who kidnapped her, and all that goodness. But I don't know. The Marvel Knights line in the early 2000s was amazing. Daredevil, Punisher, Spider-Man. I think that was it. Oh, and then some other like mini-series they did, which were also amazing. But yeah, I got to pick that up. Probably going to get flack for this. A lot of people hate this storyline, One More Day, by Straczynski. And I'm not a huge Spider-Man stan. I like Spider-Man. I enjoy it. I always liked it better when he was in high school and just trying to figure out life with superpowers and fighting these like 30-year-old men just trying to conquer the world. I liked that, and he was single during most of that. But people just hated the fact that Straczynski broke up their marriage with Mephisto. So this is kind of the story. Like, they took a lot of story elements out of this for No Way Home, except it wasn't Doctor Strange that did it. It was this badass Mephisto, son of the Satan. I think it's son of Satan, or he is Satan in the Marvel Universe, so he's not a badass. Satan sucks. But yeah, I would definitely read it. And I love Joe Quesada's art. A lot of people rag on his art a lot, but him and Richard Isanove do a great job. Sorry, that's just how I feel. Alright, coming up next. This one I really enjoyed. It's Spider-Man Rain by Care Andrews, another one of those Marvel Knights imprints. Came out in 2006. It takes place 30 years after current continuity, and it's on Earth 70237. So basically Frank Miller's Earth, because this is a total. Got one in color and one in black and white, which was neat because they sold the books like that too. Marvel was doing that where you could see the art. And, oh, it's so pretty. But so Spider-Man is an old man. Mary Jane is passed. I won't tell you why. And J. Jonah Jameson comes looking for him because they're about to put a giant dome over New York City to protect everyone. No one in, no one out, you know. Kind of, if you read this, it's like, God damn, didn't we go through that in 2020 and 2021? It's very similar. They wanted to keep you at home, keep you safe, right? Bullshit. Still a great story, and it makes you think. Read it, and it'll make you think. Like, oh man, Care Andrews is a time traveler. And then finally, this one isn't the best story or art. Sorry, Angel Medina. I like your art. It just didn't sit right with me. And then when they paired it with Clayton Crane, you're like, damn, Clayton Crane is fucking genius. But it's Sensational SpiderMan Feral, which came out in 2006. I really, like, back then I really enjoyed, oh my god, I always mispronounce his name, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa's writing. He wrote Marvel Knights, just the number 4 for the Fantastic Four, where we got Steve McNiven. I love that. I need to reread it, and you'll probably see it in a later video. But this is excellent. It's his first take with Spider-Man, and it involves all the villains. Black Cat's in it. People I've never heard of before because I know my DC better than Marvel. Here we go. I'll read it. Everyone's favorite wall climber embarks on a blood-curdling journey into the heart of darkness. There's no Colonel Kurtz, though. Strange changes are coming over Spidey's animalistic foes, including Dr. Kirk Connors, John Jameson, and Felicia Hardy, awakening the beast that dwells within them all. Sure, Spidey's beaten the Lizard, Man-Wolf, and the Black Cat before, but they've never been more vicious than they are now. ... So this is Sensational Spider-Man 23 through 27. He has a nice long run in that, which includes the Back in Black, which I'm going to reread. I'm probably going to talk about that in another video. But yeah, these are 6, I don't know why I made it 6 Spider-Man arcs that you should read. But if you're doing Marvel Knights, you're going to have to probably do all 20 issues or so. I don't remember the exact issue count. But yes, I would suggest the hell out of these. You don't really have to start anywhere because Black Cat standalone, Blue is standalone, Rain is standalone. J. Marco, One More Day is kind of standalone because it resets the whole universe for Dan fucking Slott. And then Feral is standalone, but it continues on in other things. And the Marvel Knights just continues, and it's great. Frank Cho. I can't remember who the artist after that was, but I got to get back to reading. But yes, what are your favorite Spider-Man storylines from the early 2000s? Did I miss one? Do you agree with these? Have you read any of these? What do you think of these? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.